My collective, welcome to another music channeling. We're gonna just dive into it. Your go-to song is "Love" by Kendrick Lamar. Okay, the tune I got it today, 2nd of November. Okay, 2nd of April is also relevant. Gemini characteristics, Aries characteristics. Okay, 2017 was the day the song was released. That could be relevant. 2017, okay? But 2nd April, that is specific. That is relevant. Okay, let's pull some cards. I hope you guys are doing well. We got this one here. Okay, so somebody was struggling in April, on the 2nd of April, okay? Or you guys had a lot of struggle during that time, okay? 2017. Let's pull a card on that. 2017, you got an offer from this person, or somebody wanted to come back, or somebody wanted to make an offer. Okay, it's a masculine here, based on the cards. Okay, Gemini characteristics. Let's see. Somebody moved out. Somebody moved out. Okay. There was definitely a moving out, a relocating, separation. Something about the house, building something, moving in, planning for the future was an issue, and somebody couldn't take it. This Gemini, you as a Gemini couldn't take it. Okay. Aries, let's see here. Aries, this person is pissed, or you as an Aries is pissed because something is revealed that you weren't expecting. It has to do with legacy, the future, money, assets. Okay. As an Aries, you're pissed. Or you watching for an Aries, you're pissed because somebody just didn't know what to do and they were gambling your entire future. Hold up. I feel like you wish that somebody was like more serious and they weren't. And basically what happened was they fucked up. Okay? Now, that's for the specifics. Let's go based on the song a little bit more, in detail. And then with the cards, you know how I do. I'm kind of, the initial M is also relevant. Okay? The song that's playing now is this one, Home. Okay? So like I said, I feel like you are this person's home. Somebody moved out. If you're a Gemini, I feel like you will resonate more with this specific insight. If you're not a Gemini, you get it. Okay? Yeah, there's a lot of issues with home. But now I'm playing the original song for this reading. I kind of feel like I've done this before, but it's really hard for me to find songs that are quite similar in title. So I'm going to just say this. For a lot of you guys, it's a past person. Like I said, 2017 could be relevant, but it's like really a past person. I'm talking a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, since 2017. You get it. That type of past person, okay? So the song talks about love or lost. I'm just going to summarize it. Somebody wants you to trust them more than you love them. Respect them more than you love them. Be a ride or die more than love. Like somebody kind of needs loyalty more than love. That's the energy I'm getting here. Like no matter what they go through, no matter what they put you through, no matter what it is, that you're gonna kind of stick beside them. That's the energy I'm getting from this song. I kind of also get like struggle love, thug love, rough love, that type of energy. But it's like, it's really feeling, I mean, I kind of also feel like toxic love, low key, but it's more so like this struggle love type of like energy. I for like a few weeks ago, I watched this really bad rom com with Dakota Johnson and Pedro Pascal and Chris, one of the Chris's, right? And the movie's called somebody could be French. I want to say Maître. Yeah, somebody could be French though, or like French Cuban, French Canadian from Quebec. That could also be relevant. But what I wanted to say is that based on the movie, The Materialist, she's a matchmaker, and she matched with somebody that hold up to her list, her credentials and whatnot. And then her ex, that was basically a broke ass N, right? B-A-N, band. He was a bands, okay? The Chris Hemsworth character was the one that was a broke person. He was like a struggling actor, and he was working at this high functioning event with all these like investors and high quality like people with their jobs and their long money or whatever, right? Or new money. And this feminine here, the matchmaker, like her entire job was based on finding people that check the list, okay? In terms of looks, in terms of money, in terms of status, all of that, right? She has a connection, a beautiful one, with the person that have the checked her credentials, right? But she opts to leave that person on the list for the struggle love. And mind you, she left him in the past because she wanted somebody that had money, okay? At first, she didn't think that would be a big deal, but she even said so the reason why she left that person because they weren't financially stable, because he didn't check the list. But in this film, in the future, she went back to him because she felt that that was more of a real love because of, I guess, the years they spent than the person that met everything on her list. So I don't know. So this song is giving me going back to the person that you struggled with and sticking it out. Okay? That's the anything I'm getting. Now, I do want to say the love is real and so on, but it's kind of like, I'm not sure if I go by this mentality, but I used to think that if you want to have real love, you can't really kind of be successful because you kind of have to sacrifice something in order to get to the top. And I'm not quite sure if I believe that, but it's like love is a gamble when it comes to getting where you want to get, because there is a lot of sacrifices when it comes to elevating yourself. You have to chip away and grow and so on, and not all the time, but most of the time, love doesn't be on the same ladder. Hence why a lot of people leave the past person for the new person, and people switch up, right? Especially if they were not like, this is the same equivalent to when people change every 7 years, right? I don't know. I do feel like this person loves you and want to write it out, and they're going to stick beside you. I feel like you're going to do the same, but be mindful that it's not going to be like a ride or die energy, and get used to that, because I feel like somebody wants to be in that energy. Hopefully this is how you guys were in the past. It was very much ride or die, right? And now things are going to be different. Let's pull the cards. We got this one, and hold up. What I'm getting here for the majority of you guys, you are dating, okay? Or you were dating. Now, we got this one in reverse. I don't feel like you're going to hear from them. If you do, what's the outcome? What's the energy here? Forgiveness. So you're not going to hear from them because right now, even though they see you as the love of their life, that hood love, that struggle love, that, you know, what I said before. You're probably the person that was the only loyal throughout the entirety of anyone they ever been with in their life. The reason why you're not gonna hear from them, I guess, then this time, even though they see you as that good love, that hood love, that struggle love, because they can't forgive themselves, okay? Or they can't forgive you because maybe you changed, okay? You went from having a list to not having a list, okay? But the thing is this, they still want love with you. So if we go back to the lyrics, let's see here. I want to be with you. If I didn't write, okay, hold up. So he talks about, if I didn't have this and that, would you still be 100? Would you still love me? If my network went down, if I didn't have this place, if I didn't have this money, if I was, this is also giving me like 21 Questions by 50 Cent. On that note, I mean, he was like high key in jail, right, trying to confess to his love, his girlfriend at the time. Will you still stick by me when I'm in jail? Will you still stick by me when I'm out of jail? So for some of you guys, you can be dealing with that type of relationship. But yeah. So the song in question, I'm not going to read all of this, but the person wants you to love them. Okay. But they're also kind of like battling between the energy that you guys were in, if it was love or lust. So like you guys could have got together where it's like, yes, it was this hood love, struggle love, all that. But a lot of you guys, it was based on physical connection. It was very lustful. But looking back, they realized that that was the real love. Not to say that lust equates love, but they know. I will say this though, because it's like a past person for 110%. The connection you had before, if it was just like physical love and struggle, all of that, that was the real love for them. Not to say when you guys come back together, them reaching out to you is that they want to base this connection on lust. No, they know now from experiencing with you that it was real love. Okay, I really hope I'm making sense, because I feel like I'm not. Now we got Asia like this. So for a lot of you guys, there different symbolism. This is like my meditation card, right? Hence to Buddha. Somebody could also be a Buddhist, but this is also being centered, very zen. This is also literally, you could be from Asia, okay? I'm talking about Central, South Asia, North Asia. You get it? Okay. Location. Now, maybe somebody doesn't want you to move. Maybe they don't want to move, okay? But this is somebody that will hold you down, that held you down before, that still want to hold you down and want to turn the lust into love, okay? Because in the past, it was very much like that. I'm very much giving, it's very much giving like struggle love, to be honest, okay? So I feel like I need to kind of do my readings on a different timeline, because I'm getting inward. I'm gonna see if there's like a different breakdown, because I feel like I'm not explaining it as well. So it's just so I'm just reading on genius.com. I said French though, so French, Portuguese, and Spanish could be relevant. Okay. So Sakurai was saying, I think it was a year later, I played this song for Kendrick, okay? And he was like, okay, maybe that's irrelevant. Okay, the artist says the background of this song. I think that's gonna be much more accurate than what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay. Love finds Kendrick. Okay, the way they're like writing this is kind of odd, but I'm gonna just paraphrase it. Kendrick Lamar musing on the woman in his life. Okay, so Kendrick talks about his fiance. Okay, so some of you guys could be engaged, or you will get engaged to this Soulmate collective. So this is a song about a muse, his now fiance, Whitney, whom he has been in a relationship with since high school. Kendrick uses his ballad to ask existential questions to his partner to solidify the most important aspect of their relationship, love. Kendrick has also kept his relationship with Whitney under wraps for a majority of his career. It wasn't until 2016 that word got out that he was engaged. The title theme and smooth mood of love completely is in juxtaposition juxtaposes the preceding song Lust, okay? Which is more abrasive. The title themes are completely opposite and in contrast of the title and concept Love. It is deep, intimate emotion one feels for one another, while lust encompasses all the physical and sexual desire. Lust is one of the deadly sins. I butchered that. So to simply say it, just based on that alone, as a message, you could have known this person. When I say past, high school could be relevant, okay? When you were in school together, when you were young, when you were teenagers, heck, even kids. But it's kind of, I'm gonna just say this. You could have had a lot of teenage angst and coming of age connection with this person, okay? Because I don't want to sound weird with everything I said before. So just, take it how it resonates. I'm just reading off this. Okay, long story short. Song in itself talks about loving. However, I'm reading the lyrics of it all. But I'm gonna just say this person doesn't want to be in lust with you anymore, or have a struggle mentality, or be in a struggle love, but they want a peaceful love, they want a sinful love, they want a balanced love, at least them being more balanced when it comes to you and this connection and their feelings. However, if that don't take place, they might not be as zen and peaceful, okay? They might not be as forgiving. I feel like the struggle of not forgiving themselves, that's a bigger issue than forgiving you. Because I think the issue here is this: somebody could have changed or switched up, and that person could perceive you as not loving them, but you do. It comes with a different type of criteria. For instance, now you want the house. Now you want to plan when it comes to the mortgage, right? Before, you guys were young, wild, and free. Those were not in the plans of it all. You kind of just was free, free spiriting your guys' connection, and that's what it means to be young, dumb, and free, right? And I feel like maybe somebody needs to catch up to the realization of, if there's going to be a future It cannot just be based on love. There needs to be like a plan to it, right? So this person might feel like you were not gonna accept them or accept the offer, or they're having a hard time like forgiving you or forgiving themselves for not being where they're supposed to be, because all they have is love, but they know they need to come in more. They need to come in more than just love, right? I don't know if I'm making sense. Like I said, right now, at least for today, it wasn't in the almanac. It wasn't in the calendar for me to like do reading. I'm definitely PMSing, so we're gonna just add to the irritation of right now. So, okay, collective. How are they feeling for you? Okay, because I've done a lot of rambling. So they're feeling now from lust to love, right? I feel like this was a good love though. This is not a toxic love. This is kind of just like, we had it tough back in the day. Things were kind of rough, but they love you, right? So let's gonna see, how are the soulmate feeling for you? If you're masculine watching, how is this feminine feeling? So we got this card, deception in reverse. So they feel like you're being very open right now, very honest. Okay, you're not having a mask. Before, they didn't know how to read you. They thought you might be hiding something or not being truthful. But now they're seeing you for who you are, and they love this, and that you're being open, honest, and real about who you are, what this is, where you guys stand, and where you want to go. They have a better sense of how to read you. Okay, not to say that you were fooling them, but things are more clear now. Okay, if you're a male watching for a female, these are your cards. Yeah, I think we did that already. Yeah. So we got this one here in reverse. I will say this, so if you're a male watching for a female, they're not too open about getting together with somebody from the past. Okay? I will say this though, do they have a clarity on who you are and what it is when it comes to this relationship? Yes. If you are a feminine watching for a masculine, how are they feeling? So they're feeling that you guys have like a spiritual connection. There's some sort of energetic cord, spiritual reason for you guys' existence, right? This is how this feminine is feeling. Like there's something magical, spiritual, religious when it comes to this connection. However, you could have different belief system, but they still feel there's something there, okay? We got this one here, unrequited love. So for some, they might feel this connection, but they don't know if it's worth it. Like I said before, you can love somebody, but is it enough to plan for the future? Okay? They want you to have love and be loved, but they're not quite sure if they're the one for you, okay? Or you're the one for them, okay? Okay, because I do feel a lot of love here, and I do feel like it's a lot of reminiscing on what used to be, and not going back to that era, that time, but more so like that's the person I want to have in my life forever. But then somebody needs to come with something more, It can't just be like, we had a great love when we were young, and we can still have this. Sure, but then somebody will ask the questions, where are we going to live? Are we going to get married? Do you want to have kids? And it's not going to be like, yeah. It's going to be like, okay, but what's the plan? Somebody is going to be very much like, I need a plan. Like, you can't just come in with words. And I feel like somebody will beat themselves up thinking that, they fucking suck because they don't have an accurate, like, contingency plan on how to execute their love. You didn't need that when you guys were younger, but I kind of feel like you kind of need that now, right? How will your family feel about me? Or how, like, I know, are we gonna move in together, or are we gonna get married, or within like 5 years, or you know, I am moving, I am working here, I'm doing this, I am focusing on that. Like, how are we gonna mesh your life together? Because I kind of feel like everything was easy because you were in it together, but there is a separation for a reason. Like I said, 1 year ago might not be huge of a life-changing event. Okay, for a lot of you guys, it is. 2017, that was fucking long ago. That was really long ago. Heck, if we're gonna base the things on Kendrick's connection with his fiance, they met in high school. High school and 2025, that was a long time ago. Okay, like unless you're like in your 20s, in your like early 20s, it's not a long time ago. But for the rest of us, that was a fucking long time ago. High school was a long time ago. 2017 was a long time ago. So there's definitely changes here. Okay, I do see this working. I don't feel like it's gonna be a struggle. I just feel like somebody needs to be more on top of it, you know, because there's gonna be like, okay, we have these feelings, but what's the plan? Okay, and I feel like somebody will beat themselves up because they don't have a plan, but you kind of have to have a plan, or somebody needs some sort of plan. Okay, it could be the feminine, it could be the masculine, I don't know, but somebody needs, what's the plan? You can't just be like, I love you and it's great. Heck, even the makeup sex could be 10-10, but I do feel like you guys want a future, but one person is gonna be like, if I need a future, if we're gonna have a future with you or to each other, right? Somebody needs a plan. We got healthy choices in reverse. Somebody needs to focus more on self-love, self-care, okay, and be more happy in life, okay? And because I feel like somebody is not that, okay? And it could be because of the disappointment of not having a plan, because I feel like somebody really just gonna be like, let's just live on energy, let's just live on vibes, let's just live on the moment. That's great and everything. I'm gonna just say this. I feel like your love is great. I feel like the reconciliation is gonna be great. But I feel love between you guys. But like we saw the cards before, even if there is love, there is chemistry, somebody will not be like, let's try again, okay? Because you're testing trial time. It was in the past. It was a year ago. It was 5 years ago. It was 10 years ago. It was 2017, or when you guys were in high school. You already had your moment. You know? All I have to say is this: the chemistry is there. It's just, and the love is there. It's just the plan. That's what's missing. Okay, the checklist. So we're gonna just pull some advice card for everyone. So there's gonna be transformation, or yeah, pretty much. It's not going to be easy, but there's going to be transformation. But to be quite honest, I'm also tuning into one person as it's going to elevate a little bit more, and this will piss somebody off. But they can't, like, I feel like they're just mad at themselves. That's the energy I'm feeling. Okay? Somebody just mad at themselves because they time was running out. That's the energy I'm feeling. So we got this one here in reverse. No matter what happens, I feel like somebody will just never be over this connection. They will never be over you. or you never be over them. Okay. This sounds very bittersweet, but this, like, future wise, this might resolve. And this is the person that I wanted to feature with, but I didn't get my shit back. Like, I didn't get it together when I saw them the last time, or I was too late. I feel like this is the future outcome. Like, if somebody doesn't have that plan, it's gonna be too late. Okay? And it's gonna be bittersweet. You love them, they love you, but somebody is too late. Okay? There's going to be an option, there's going to be an opportunity. I kid you not, but you know. But yeah. Anyways. Another song I'm thinking of is, I don't know if I don't know. So right now, letter-wise, so we got A, G, S, T, S, R, N, X, E, V, A, M, R. Okay? D, I, E, R, Y, F. Okay? So yeah, I feel some of you guys were supposed to get married as well. Or somebody might come in with a proposal, but it's like, I also feel like somebody will be like upset. Like, I feel this energy of being irritated. I kid you not. Being annoyed because things are too late. Okay? So let's see here. Just gonna read the so like I said before, a lot of you guys, it's a past person in terms of ex. Okay? Ex love, ex hookup, ex some, the whole thing. So I'm also seeing something about s'mores. Okay, somebody could be like obsessed with that, or this is supposed to like the last time you guys hung out, you made s'mores together. Somebody could also be Italian. I'm seeing here sex. Okay, so a lot of physical consummation, sexual chemistry. And this is the thing. If that was the past, that was the past. And it would probably be better, or if not the same, when you guys reunite. But it's like, you can't live off that. Okay? Somebody will be like, we can't live off that. Like, we can't just have that. Somebody wants a future, and somebody wanted to be checklist. That's the energy I'm getting. Like, it could be you, it could be them, but somebody is like, even if I love you, even if the sex is great, even if, the memories was the best thing ever since s'mores, right? Or ice cream, it's not enough for somebody. I don't know why I need to stress that out. For you guys, this is not to be like a Debbie Downer, but it's not enough for somebody. Okay? I'm seeing same. Somebody doesn't want the same thing. Somebody wants something different. Okay? So I'm seeing here drama. Maybe you guys went to drama school together, theater, or there was a lot of drama, or somebody feels like somebody's too dramatic right now, or overreacting. But yeah. Okay, I'm seeing year, something about a year ago. Maybe you guys were together a year ago. Somebody could be Sagittarius. Okay, someone saying could be Sarah. Sarajevo could be relevant. Something about being a NFT. in the internet. Somebody could be a weeb, okay, or hyper fixated. ADHD, ADD, AUHD could also be relevant. Something about miniature. Okay, I have a speech impediment, so excuse that. Something about miniature horses. I'm gonna look that up. What is that? Somebody could be from like the north or the where there's like a lot of forest. Dalarna could be relevant. Okay. That's like a place in Sweden. So somebody could be Swedish, okay, from northern Sweden. This is relevant. A mini horse, like My Little Pony. I don't know, maybe there's like a spirit animal just like this, like the butterfly. Let's look it up, okay? Lordy Lord. So small horses, symbol. It represents a pony. Okay. Spiritually, miniature horse symbolizes a unique blend of horses' traditional meanings like freedom, strength, and passion. Core meanings: joy, innocence, gentle strength, intuitive guidance, healing, and hope. Personal transformation. Okay. So I feel like you feel free with this person. They feel free with you. There's a lot of, you make them strong, they make you strong. Or somebody was always like, I got your back. This, I ride with you until the wheels falls off. This is thug love, struggle up, hood love, right? It's you and me against the world, the type of energy. It's a lot of passion, a lot of freedom, a very kid-like, innocent type of love, right? Where it's like, you don't have to care about anything else other than the fact that you guys were together. And that's it. Like, this kind of reminds me of like those songs of movies, right? Very fantasy-like, but we don't need anything but our love. And we'll be okay. And in the past, a year ago, 10 years ago, 2017, high school, right? It worked. In 2025, somebody doesn't want to live on that hill anymore. Somebody doesn't want that to be the status quo, to be the foundation of your guys' love anymore. You can't come in with the same. Like I just said here, somebody don't want the same. Somebody wants something different. And I feel like somebody has a hard time changing. Somebody could also be a part of the varsity team. Okay, that's also relevant. What the heck is that? Varsity team? Yeah. When you guys together, you guys were innocent, right? Even if it was like a struggle, it could be in the struggle in the sense of like you had different opinions, belief systems. Maybe it was like a Romeo and Juliet type of situation where it's like your family didn't like their family, or you're from different cultures, nationalities, ethnicities, right? There could have been like prejudice, haters, or even racism, right? But yeah, it is. And those are huge things, right? But I feel like that's why somebody needs a little bit more of like, we can't just live on love. We can't just live on our chemistry and being free in love. Like, this is not the 60s. Somebody really... I'm going to tell you this. If you go to deal with a feminine collective, like, you're going to come in and you meet your soulmate from the past and it's great, and the chemistry, and heck, even if you don't get intimate, you feel the love, you feel the vibrations, right? That person is going to be like, they see it, they feel it too, but I don't think they're going to do anything. And even if they do partake in something, it's not going to be like let's have a future without a plan. That's the energy I'm getting here. So varsity team is basically the highest level of a sports team. It represents a school, college, or university. I'm reading in Swedish, so I'm just translating, okay? The term often uses, the term is coined in United States or in the UK. It refers to elite team that has really skilled players. It usually starts from college or junior level, okay? So yeah, for some of you guys, listen, like we already read the Kendrick part. He already talked about he met his person when they were in high school. School is relevant, okay? We got high school, university, the varsity team, soccer team, football team, college team, basketball could be relevant, right? You know, you guys were basketball lovers. I'm thinking about like loving basketball right now. It's great when you fall in love, when you're in this energy of like being young and, you know, it's college days, it's school days, high school days is great. But when it has been 10 years or 20 years or 30 years or however long, but it's been some years, you need a little bit more than come to my football game, come to my soccer, come to my volleyball practice. Like, you need a little bit more than that, okay? Like I said, the love is still there, the passion is still there, but somebody needs like where's the plan, okay? So I know I'm saying so much and it don't make sense. And I feel like this is the reason why somebody is going to have a hard time forgiving themselves or even forgiving you, because it might be in that a little bit sensitive. It feels a little bit like high maintenance even, right? But this is the thing. How you guys were 5 years ago, 2017, high school, college, uni. It's not the same going into the future, okay? And for a lot of you guys, it's gonna be in the sense of like, it's a little bit too late. But know this person will always choose you as their main person. If nothing gets fixed, you will always be the one that has their heart, or vice versa. It's just right person, wrong timing, and the timing is that somebody was too late. Okay? Now, for those that makes it, right, where it's like your person will come in with a plan, you have a plan, you guys are going to see the glory days. But for a lot of you guys, it's going to be like your person, it was a little bit too late. Or they're going to see that you're a little bit too late. If we're going to base it on the song, it's probably the masculines, the males, that's going to feel like they're too late. Or they don't have what you're asking for because it's a little bit too late. Not to say that they don't have love for you, because I do feel the love, I do feel the chemistry, the passion between you guys. But like I said before, you can't live off that. You can't live off vibes. You cannot live on feels alone. Okay? So on that note, whenever things get in place, it's going to happen in divine timing. Let's pull some cards on specific days. I do feel like somebody's going to be pissed and annoyed. Listen, I hope, love and light, that you guys enter into having a plan for the future. But don't be upset when your person don't have the plans according to your list, or vice versa, because I already said it in the actual reading, okay? But for a small percentage of you guys, you're going to get it together, okay? We got 8, 7, and 9, okay? Think hours, days, weeks, months. On that note, I want to say thank you for everyone that has been patient enough to listen. Okay. And see you in the next reading. Okay. I'm also tuning into this. You know, I'm going to leave it as such. Thank you for watching. Okay.